All right, man, I'm back. Got a good one. I've been missing for a minute. I had to get a lot of shit together. But shout out to the guys that came through. My nigga Deva, my nigga Joe. Check those interviews out. They out right now on my platforms: Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Yeah, I got a good one today. Something different. Probably people in my crowd might not know because we all probably wasn't born yet when he was out here doing his thing. But a lot of dudes of his age group probably know who he is. You know what I'm saying? Southside, Laurelton, um, Bronx. You know what I'm saying? We know him. I know him as Skates. I guess the OGs know him as Skates too. But for his people on the proper side of the world, you know him as Mike. You know what I'm saying? Mental health. I guess counselor. All that positive stuff. You know what I'm saying? But to get it going at first, we're gonna start it slow. Get his little life story in there. And you know what I'm saying? We're just gonna get into it like that. So what's good, man? You ready? You ready?
Yeah, man, I'm ready.
Yeah, put the mic a little closer.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Thanks for having me. It's an honor.
Yeah, I finally got him here, you know what I'm saying? I remember I mean, maybe like last year and a half ago, I had him here, fucked it up. But I'm back, round two. It's better setup, better situation, better stories, better conversations. But yeah, man, let's just get into your little story. Just kind of speed it up though, because I don't want to drag it out too long on certain situations. All right, so where you from?
Queens, man. I'm originally born in Harlem. I grew up in the Bronx and Webster Projects from probably like the age of 1 to around 7. And then we moved to Queens. First place I landed was in Lawton. Shout out to my dudes in Lawton, home of the Braves. So went to PS 176, 59, transitioned there, straight to the South Side, Rockaway Boulevard, 132.
I don't want to cut you off, but I definitely want to chop something up about what you said. Laurelton. Laurelton is kind of like the bougie part of Queens. Is that to the north side? Because you are OG from my era. That's just Laurelton, you know what I'm saying? But is it like a north side? Or is it like Long Island?
No, I would say it's not even considered none of that. We just consider Lawton as like LA. It's more going towards the Long Island side, but Lawton was just always just considered Lawton, man, like LA. That's the basic when I was growing up. When you said just from Lawton, it was LA.
All right, cool. So I guess they from LA. Probably explains why them streets look like that, them trees, because you go to LA, it's kind of look like that too. But yeah. Then you say you moved to. Oh, hold on. You say you from the Bronx?
Yeah, we lived in the Bronx. Like I said, I was born in Harlem Hospital. Then we moved to the Bronx in Webster Projects. Webster Projects, 1428 Webster. So that's where I lived at. I lived there from about probably 1 year old to around 5, 6.
So was you around when hip hop started?
Oh, we was around, but we didn't really understand what was going on, man. I was born in 73, so hip hop actually started in 73. So I caught the first era of it, of everything. So as a kid,
Like all the park jams, the DJs doing chopping it up like that, right?
yeah, I used to look out my window. My older sister, she was older than me, so she was always into that. So from my window, we used to live on the 18th floor, so I used to see all the park jams and stuff like that.
Now the 18 window is crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Then you say you shot to Queens, Laurelton, got over that LA, Then we shot to Southside, right?
Yes, sir.
So how was it in Southside? Well, how old was you when you got to Southside?
I think when I got to South Side, I was probably like 13, 12, 13.
Oh, so you grew up in Laurelton.
Yeah.
That's where you from.
I grew up in Lawton. I first started out in Lawton. Like I said, I went to PS 176. Then I transitioned to IS 59. And from there, 6th grade, we moved. We was in the South Side.
So growing up in Laurelton, like how was it like the environment out there? Because out there is kind of like upper class, middle class.
Yeah, back when I grew up, when I came up, it was like they considered it middle class, but I was a little bit shell shocked coming from the Bronx and the projects.
Yeah.
So when I got out here to Lawton, it's like, I felt like, this is the motherland. I'm walking around like it's not a care in the world until I start walking them blocks.
Yeah, and then
it's
you see
different.
Then you see it's really like LA for real, cause
yeah.
Don't get tricked by them houses and them trees and them cars.
Yeah.
All right, so Got to Southside at 13 years old. Um, how was it? Did they embrace you when you moved from Lawton to Southside? Because it's kind of like a
Yeah,
weird
it was
vibe.
always love because of where I went to school. I went to school with a lot of the original hitters, so we was always in tune with each other because 59 is like in the mix of everything. So when I moved to the South Side, I already knew everybody. I knew a lot of people already. So me being in the South Side was like I always been there because I was really outside at a young age. So I was mingling with a little bit of everybody.
So were you into like sports, like football, basketball,
My
baseball,
thing was boxing. When I was
boxing?
coming up, I really was into the boxing thing, and that was my thing. But I had a little man complex there, so everything with me was about a fight or
Yeah.
whatever. So I got into the boxing thing to get some discipline, but it was just pretty much sport, basketball, and boxing.
All right. So you say you got into boxing. How good is your hand skills? Like, what's your record out there in school? Like, because everybody, like, what's that? Junior high school, high school. Those are the years when you getting your rep up. Like, was you putting hand belt to ass? Like, what's going on?
Nah, I took my at an early age. Yo, listen, man. Everybody tell the stories about how they always win. Nah, man, I got my ass whooped. I keep it 100. I was a little dude, so I got my ass whooped, and those ass whoopings really shaped and formed me. So
Yeah.
I knew how to take a L. But
Yeah.
once I really got serious with my thing, I was really my hand skills is nice, and then it transitioned to being into the teenage era. I was a sleeper. I always used to like to fight, so I consider myself after I got my skills together. I ain't take no L's.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Any honorable fights that you could speak on, like as a teenager or like
Uh,
junior high school?
only one I would say the honorable fight that I had, and this is a person that I respect with my boy Mean. Me
Yeah.
and my boy Mean really got into it on a fist fight. I had to snuff him though, because he was kind of bigger than me, but he
Yeah.
got at me. And to me, that fight right there sent me into like, now I wouldn't say a legendary status, but like, yeah, Shorty down for his crown. He ready to scrap.
Yeah. They gave you your respect after that.
Yeah.
Um. So you got the scrap. They gave you your little credit off that. Who's the honorable person that embraced you from the Backstreet South Side? That's where you from, the Backstreets, right?
Yeah, I'm from originally from the back streets, Backstreet crew.
Like,
Everybody that embraced me back there. As soon as I got to the back streets, the first person I ran across was my gun, Igard. Rest in peace. Amar and Igard was the first ones to really embrace me, and then the first actual one that I would say is I call my god brother, Michael Blackwell. That's the first man that embraced me in the back streets, as a fight. As a fight,
you had to get it on.
yeah, nah, he ran down on me. As soon as I moved to the back streets, I started to holler at a couple of chicks. One of them happened to be his. He ran down on me in the store,
Yeah, it ain't like that.
and we got it popping. And from then, that became my big homie. That became my right hand. And said from there, it just went up.
All right, see out here, man. These females, man, they always the root to something. No matter what it is, always a female in the middle of something. All right, so got with Mike, and who was Mike? Like, let's get into his story. Like, short and clean. Like, who was he?
Mike Blackwell is an original pioneer of the Backstreet Crew. Y'all probably know his brother is Spig Nice from the Lostboyz, but Mike Blackwell was a very honorable man, very quiet, soft spoken, but really about his business. He dealt with nothing but honor and integrity. So I really want to salute him because he's one of our forgotten soldiers, and you really don't hear too many people talk about him. But that was my brother in arms, and I carry him with me with every decision I make and everything I do. He will always be at the forefront of it.
All right, all right. Shout out to OG Mike. Um, you said Spig is his brother. That's a lost boy, right?
Absolutely. Spig Nice. Y'all know him as Spig Nice. I
Spig.
know him as Ronald Blackwell.
Yeah. Well, know him Spig.
Yeah.
So, speaking of that, I'm probably gonna chop it up a little bit. But speaking of that, were you around when the whole Lost Boy thing started?
I'm an original Lost Boy, top 10. I was there from the start. I got brought into the Lost Boy family from Born and Sledge and Agard. That's how I really got introduced to the Lost Boy family. So I don't really go into dates and stuff like that, but those was the original Lost Boy founders. in my era. It was before rap, so I don't really know too much about the rap side of it. I know about the family. Lostboyz wasn't a gang; it was actually a family.
All right. Can we get into the handshakes? Like, do you know how they came up with all them handshakes?
Well, I don't do the handshakes because I went up north. I went up north when the handshake started. You know what I mean? So we didn't have no handshake. It was just all love. But then I went up north in '90. When I came home, it was all handshake and love. So
Yeah.
I never participated because I didn't know it. So I felt kind of funny trying to do a handshake I didn't know about.
Yeah, because them handshakes is kind of crazy. 16, 30 something, and set. All right, I'm LB. That's it. Yeah. Like, you good?
Yeah, we good.
All right, so yeah, down to them handshakes. Because in my generation, we had the handshakes going crazy. You know what I'm saying? I never really did the handshakes because I didn't feel like slapboxing nobody's hand. I just said, oh, that's what it was. But back to the Backstreets, Lostboyz. You say you wasn't there for the rapping, but you was there for like the family part. What about Shirt Kings? Was you there for him? Like when he was in the basement,
absolutely, man,
cooking them shirts up?
Absolutely. We had a store, Lostboyz. We really had a store in there called the Lab.
Yeah.
So we when we got to the Coliseum back in the day was it. That was the spot. So I knew Shirt Kings was the biggest, the best artist, graphic artist in Queens.
Yeah.
Until Jeff Star came on board. So my history with Shirt Kings is that we got it on in the Coliseum because Jeff was getting a lot of that money, and then they merged together and got together. But Shirt Kings is legends for Queens. You ain't have a Shirt King shirt or jacket or denim suit, you wasn't about nothing.
I mean, I wouldn't say that because Queens is I think, the biggest borough. So Queen, like that's like it's like a South Side thing, like a Jamaica thing. Because the other side of Queens, you know, they had their own Shirt Kings, I guess.
Nah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a speak from my era. Everything that transitioned in Queens, like don't get me wrong, I love my North Side, and shout out to 191 in Woodhull because I lived there too. But everything derived from Jamaica Avenue. Everything.
Like
it doesn't matter what side you was on, North Side, South Side, Corona,
West Side Queens.
It was always the heart of Queens was Jamaica Avenue, the Coliseum. So you had to come there. And Shirt Kings wasn't considered a North Side, South Side thing. It was considered a Queens thing.
Queens thing. All right. See, you shine some light on that because niggas in my generation put us on. I'm pretty sure the G's in your generation gonna hear this and be like, yeah, some might go with you, some might go against you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. All right, so we had the Lostboyz, family. Were you around for any of the music though? Like when they
Yeah, I was around for the music before it was like a record deal. We was doing park jams and everything like that. Cause from our side, you know, I'm from the side of Rockaway Boulevard where we had to fight. We had to fight for our respect. We wasn't really, it was low key. If you didn't come on outside, you didn't really know too much about it because we were surrounded. We got Rockaway from 147, then you got the Baisley, you got all that. So on our side, we was kind of segregated in a sense. We was closer to John Adams and Howard Beach.
Like Ozone Park
area, South Ozone Park to be exact. Lincoln Park and the things of that nature, yeah.
Speaking of Howard Beach, this is probably like a sidebar. Did y'all have to experience any of that, like those race wars out there? Because John Adams, how was those race wars?
The race wars was crazy back then. You couldn't walk past Lefferts without getting chased by the whites. And I got kicked out of John Adams for a race riot.
Damn,
we had
crazy.
A big race riot, and I think it was 87, 88.
Yeah,
we got caught up with it, and that's when I got kicked out of John Adams. A lot of us got kicked out there, and it was a big race war. Yeah,
well, you was a little scrapping ass little nigga.
Yeah, it was back then, man. It was different. You had to, you know, it was about you had to fight.
Yeah,
you had to really stand on business back then. And not to say you didn't take no L's, but everything was a serious thing. It was rules and honor and integrity to move everything. We protected our hood.
All right, because I always wondered how that shit was with the whole John Gotti thing and going to Howard Beach. They'd chase your ass out that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I'm glad I had to experience that shit because niggas in my generation, it wouldn't have been a lot of that. You probably would have, you know?
It was a beautiful time back then. I'm going to say this. A lot of people don't say that. I don't speak on nothing that I don't know. It was order on Rockaway Boulevard then. Gotti used to shut the whole boulevard down.
Yeah.
For Rockaway Boulevard Day, fireworks, everything. They fed the hood, but don't get it twisted. It was rules. If you
Yeah,
crossed a certain street after a certain time,
they on your
it was a
ass.
wrap. They was on your ass, and it wasn't no racial thing. It was sections. It was sections where you can go and where you can't go. But we was Lost Boys. We go wherever we want.
All right, so this is probably another sidebar. What about the chicks? Like during that time, was like Lost Girls? I don't know, Lost
Yeah,
Girls.
it was a lot of to popular disbelief. A lot of people forget these things because it's starting beginning. But yes, it was Lost Girls.
I know because they had like 7 crowns back then, right?
Now that's before my time. I can't really speak on the
Before
Seven
your
Crowns.
time,
That's an official, like
official
that's
jump.
out of my league.
All right,
That was
all right, before your time.
cream team and higher than that. So I can't really speak too much on them. But it always been gangs in Queens. So that
Yeah,
was like you heard that name. It was like legendary. I can't even speak on any of their
all
history.
right, I got you, I got you. So yeah, they had Lost Girls. So if anybody wanted the confirmation, there we go. We got our original one. All right, so you was there for the music. You said Park Jams. Um, chicks was there. You know, how was the chicks though? Like they was like aggressive back in the day, or they was cool? Because nowadays all the chicks are aggressive.
Nah, man, I feel sorry for y'all. I feel sorry for the young generation. The females back then, it was about
Getting money.
women being women and men being men. You know,
Yeah,
the females, they was really about supporting they dude. They would stand up. Don't
yeah,
get me wrong, you had all types all over, but it was the women was beautiful. It was a more of a if they with you, they with you. You can approach a woman. It wasn't this aggressive. Sorry to say it, and I'm not sorry, but it wasn't this feminist act that's out now that I don't need a nigga.
yeah.
It
You
was
can't.
like
Yeah, can't
men
say
took
nothing.
care of the women.
All
Women didn't take care of the men.
right. All right, yeah, because nowadays, you know, tables is turned, I guess. They trying to turn the tables, but we still fighting a good battle. Um, Lost Boys, rap, Park Jams. You say you got locked up in the early '90s, right?
And not the early. I got locked up 90, December 26, 1990,
Damn, December 26th, was that Christmas or
day after Christmas.
damn, day after Christmas?
Yeah.
Damn, that's a crazy Christmas present for you,
Yeah.
know.
Actually, it was the best thing that ever happened to me in my life.
All right, so we just gonna get into that briefly. You know what I'm saying? What led to that? You getting locked up on day after Christmas?
I was a stick up kid. I was about taking that bag.
A
I,
stick
wa-
up kid.
I was all around hustler. I used to sell drugs. But my thing was I was a stick up kid. So that was my life.
But I don't feel like, but me being in tune with a lot of people, I feel like a lot of that was your thing though. Everybody was a stick up kid back in the day. Like that was everybody was a stick up kid.
Nah, everybody wasn't stick up kids. Everybody gonna tell you they was.
That was like a thing for y'all, like in your generation.
But not for everybody. But my crew, who I was rocking with, that's the route that I chose to go, and not civilians. We didn't civilians was off limits. So it was pretty much if you was getting to that bag and you wasn't about your business, we was coming for it. We took our share of losses, but that's what I was into. I was into stick up kid, doing that.
I mean, what geared you to doing that? Like, I mean, of course
I
you
was
probably,
hungry, man.
yeah,
I was hungry. You know what I mean? I grew up. I had two sisters, no father. My mom's used to bust her ass. Rest in peace to my mom's. I love her. It's a 2 year anniversary.
yeah, rest in peace.
But I got tired of watching my mom suffer, and I needed to get to that money, and I didn't know how to get to that money then because I didn't have no father figure to lead me. So the streets was my father figure. So if you was doing illegal shit, I was coming for that bag.
I mean, it's up to you if you want to answer this or not. Could you take me to your first stick up?
Oh man, my first stick up was in Toys R Us. It was on Merrick and Merrick and Farmers, I believe. There used to be a spot called TSS. Matter of fact, pardon me, TSS. Me and my comrade from '59, we stuck up some white boys in TSS for their cars. So that right there, I got open.
Yeah,
I'm like, wow, this
that,
is what this is about. So,
it's that
but
easy.
on a level of for the streets, I believed in never shitting where I live.
Yeah,
So if I call you, I started targeting drug dealers because I was like, yo, I ain't want to rob no civilian. You get $40, but homie sitting there selling drugs all day. He got a pocket full of money and he can't call the police. Let's go.
did you ever get any pushback from these drug dealers or people that
Oh
was just?
yeah, man. Yeah, I got a lot of
Cause don't make it
pushback.
sound like it was just that easy. You was just out here
Nah,
just
nah, nah. It wasn't
taking
easy
niggas
at
shit.
all, man. I took my share of losses. I mean, I almost got my head tore off a few times.
Yeah,
But my thing was this is the game. It had rules. This is the game. So I took my share of losses and a lot of pushback. I used to have to look over my back consistently.
yeah,
And I'm gonna just keep it 100 with you. I still look over my back, even though I don't really have too many ops out there, or my ops is dead in jail.
yeah,
But I still look over my shoulder because I was reckless. I was really reckless. I didn't give a fuck.
yeah. That's crazy. Damn. Cause I'm pretty sure motherfucker try to take your shit, or you know what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure everybody wasn't just going for it like that. Like,
Nah. Everybody wasn't going for it, and don't get it twisted too. I got robbed too.
oh shit.
Don't let's not, because everybody will tell you these stories about how much work they was putting in, but it's easy to get caught slipping.
Yeah,
It's very easy to get caught slipping. So that's what really turned me on to the stick up game. I got stuck.
yeah,
I was pumping all night, and I had the big bag on me, and I was slipping, and they caught me.
damn.
And once they caught me, I got an OG by the name of Corey D.
Yeah, shout out
Rest
to
in
him.
peace. He really showed me the stick up game heavy. You know what I mean? He locked me in, like he took a liking to me. My boy Ja, they took a liking to me, and they showed me, yo, this is, if you're gonna be out here, this is what it is. So I just returned the favor. Once I got stuck, it was open. Everybody was fair game.
Yeah,
Let's
free
go.
game now. Do it to me. I'm doing it to everybody now.
Yeah, that's how I was giving it up.
All right. So what was your what was your setup like? Was you bareface? Do deuce? What you like? How you was moving when you was doing like moving around?
I mean, we did bare face because I was dealing with non-civilians. I was dealing with nothing but hustlers. So
Yeah,
I ain't really give a fuck. We ain't do masks back then. All this new shit.
yeah.
Everybody
Shiesty.
throwing on masks. We ain't do all that
I
masks. I
got my
was running
shiesty in my
up
pocket
on
right
you.
now.
Yeah. Nah, we was bare faced with it. Well, me, myself, I was bare faced with it.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna speed the listeners up some because we talking good right now, but um well I guess they made the news. It was him and two others, three others I think. I'm not really too sure. They made the news for over I want to say 70 robberies in like a week or some shit like that, and
Yeah.
that was kind of legendary because shit 70 robberies in a week. Y'all motherfuckers was doing overtime. You know what I'm saying? But my question was, after reading the article, was every robbery worth something? Like, like was it like, oh, I'm gonna rob this dude, I got a chain, I got a watch, I got some bricks, I got some drugs, I got some clothes, I got some money, I got credit cards, I got a car. Or was it like I robbed this dude, this motherfucker had cell phone, not cell phone, because back in the day I had the big bricks. But you know what I'm saying? Was it every 70 worth it though?
I'm gonna say this. We was hungry. So when we was running around doing our robberies, every robbery it was something.
Yeah.
It wasn't just, oh, I just feel like just grabbing this person. We scoped things out, seen what we like. A lot of times we wanted the car because we had hookups with the chop shops. You get a car with keys in it, you get 4 bands.
Damn.
4 bands back in 87, 88. I don't know about y'all, but that was a lot of money for 5 minutes worth of work.
Word.
So, the stick up game is different. It depends on how you looking at it. I was about money. I was a fly young nigga. So I liked the quick, easy money. So I would scope things out and I would stick up shit that other people would look past. I would see what type of watch you had on. I would see your wedding band. I would see certain things that I know money. That's actual money because everybody think only money is paper in your pocket. Now I took diamonds. I took cars. I took whatever was there. You got caught slipping, I got you. And I'm not proud of that, but at the time,
At the time you was surviving.
I was having the time of my life. This
Yeah.
is what it was.
Being a kid. So was it like a aggressive robberies, or was it like I'm gonna talk you out of your stuff? Like I'm gonna back you down and I'm gonna talk you out of your stuff, or was it like I'm gonna smack you with the gun and just give me that?
Nah, back then, stick ups was serious. For me, I ain't doing no talking. Once I show you that iron, if I see any type of fire in your eye, I was shooting you. I ain't gonna hold you. And I ain't saying that to glorify it, but I ain't have time to waste. I wanted to be in and out. So I ain't got time to try to talk you out your shit.
Yeah.
You seen that hammer and you wanted to give some defiance, I'm gonna pop you real quick, get that, and I'm gone.
All right. So yeah, him and his comrades, 70 in a week. That's tough. Cars, jewelry, clothes, basically everything they could take. Anything that they could sell, they was taking it. So to speed it up a little bit, the night you got arrested, can you just walk us through what happened? Like, what's the story with that?
Wow. Yeah, the night I got arrested is pretty much we just went on a run for
Hmm.
about 2, 3 weeks, and God bless the dead. I went to go see my god brother Mike Blackwell, blessed him, and the night I got locked up, I was with my co-D. We was about to go buy some stuff. My nephew was about to be born, so we was about to hit Green Acres and go buy some stuff for him, crib and all of that. But we was in a hot car. Got caught in a blind spot. Police start chasing us. We kind of had it on us. We was locked and loaded. So back then the rules was I ain't going down just to go down.
Yeah.
Wound up going through the hood. Thought we got away. Got on the highway. It was a roadblock. We had a little shootout. I wound up getting hit, ricocheted off. I had a bullet in my head for around 5 years. I got it taken out, Kaksaki Correctional Facility, but I got banged.
Kasaki.
Yeah, I got locked up. And like I said, that night was the best night of my life. That night changed my life forever.
But my thing was, how old was you when this happened?
I was 17. I just turned 17.
Yeah, young boy, 17, about what, $1.50, $1.60, soaking wet.
Oh man, nah, I wasn't even that. I was about 120. I was about 5'2",
So
120. But I was a different 120. Don't get it twisted. We was up. They made us work out. Thanks OG Lace, Ron, Rich, Backstreet Crew, Preston, Fiji. We worked out. So you had to be built.
Imagine that, y'all listening, man. Somebody is 5'2", $120, trying to take your hard work, trying to take it from you. Like, man, them motherfuckers is crazy.
Yeah, that's why I had a big gun. I had a big rusty. My thing was I used to run around. Everybody that know me know. I used to run around with these two. Man. I made my 2 4/5s I used to run around with. I made them rusty on purpose.
Yeah. Because
I was a little nigga, so I'm like, yo, I got something. They see a little nigga, they gonna want to snatch me up. But when you pull out big rusty,
it's like, all right.
It's like, all right. And back then you got a name. You just couldn't pull that thing out. You had to let it go.
Yeah, earn that shit.
Once you start getting into that field, shooters, no shooters. Stick up kids, no stick up kids. Hustlers, no hustlers. So I was me and my crew, we was a little bit respected when we came around. Whether it was from people being on point to say, watch us, or they know when we came around, we coming to get something. We ain't just come around to come around.
Yeah, motherfuckers get nervous when they see them niggas coming around.
Yeah.
Like, hold up and get my gun out right now. I'm putting my gun out right here so the niggas know what's up. But
I want to say something before you go. I want to say something because everybody always talk these stories. We knew who to fuck with. Understand that. Let's be very clear with that. I don't want to paint this picture that we was the ultimate gangsters. We didn't give a fuck, but it was limits.
Yeah.
We knew who to fuck with because people back then was connected. You did something to the wrong person.
Yeah, they come get you.
It was coming to get you. So everything that we did, in a sense, it was sanctioned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything that we did, it was sanctioned, and we ain't never violate our people. I took my show on the road because I love Queens. I am from Queens.
Yeah.
I ride for Queens. So, yeah, I was going through Harlem, Brooklyn, Bronx, Long Island. I'd rather do my dirt outside and then come back and spread love with my people. 17 years old, running around with 20, 30 grand. I ain't had no bills. Right. I was spending love with my people. So it was a little bit different for me.
All right. So you're going to get back to the story. You say you had a bullet in your head or some shit. You said ricocheted or some shit.
Yeah, you can see the stitches on my shit. I had a bullet in my head from 1990 to 1995. Anybody that know me, when they see this and they say Skates, they're going to say Skates with the bullet in his head. That's how I was known when I went up north because we was on the news. So when I went to jail, I got shown love. My bid wasn't as hard as everybody because we was on the news. We was on the news crazy, so when people hear, yo, Shorty had to bang out with the police, it's like a blanket was thrown over me in a sense.
So I was definitely going to ask, like, how was it in jail with a bullet in your head? Because I'm pretty sure motherfuckers, you know, it's foul niggas everywhere. Nigga might want to smack you in your head because you had a bullet there just because. Like,
you know? That was my first night in prison. As soon as I came out of coma, I was in Jamaica Hospital. As soon as I came out of coma, they seen me up. They slapped the cuffs on me. They sent me to Rikers Island. Soon as I walked through the island, man, we had the opportunity. I went to Amar 3 Lower. A couple of the OGs from Queens was in there that we had drama with when we was out here.
Yeah.
And I got to give a big shout out to Bo for that. As soon as I landed in the spot, I'm thinking they about to get at me. He was like, nah, bro, we from Queens. We stand together. But I had a bullet in my head. He was like, yo, you fucked up right now. Because my head was fucked up. I had a cast on my neck. And I was locked up. So a lot of the OGs from Queens put that blanket over me like, yo, shorty, you going to be good. But I had a little man complex then. So I ain't want to hear all that shorty. But if I would have got hit in my head with any, I could have died.
Damn. See, y'all niggas out there want to live that life, man. Shit, man. Y'all make sure it's worth it because you could lose your shit in a blink of a second. Especially if a nigga's foul. You know what I'm saying? A nigga like me, I probably would have smacked you in your head just because to see what was going to happen. Like, fuck it.
Nah, you wouldn't have did that because I was gangster. Don't get it twisted. I wasn't that dude on the island. Like, I ain't caused no trouble with nobody. But my thing was, I'll tell everybody this, and a lot of the OGs that see this, I was one of them scary niggas, man. If I thought you was going to do something to me, I was coming at you. I couldn't afford to get hit in my head.
Get that first butterfly. Huh.
Yeah, once all the swelling went down, don't get me wrong, niggas tried me.
Yeah.
Like everybody tell you these stories. I got hit twice. I got hit twice in when I was up north. I had a run-in with a dude from Brownsville named Brownsville. He tried to rob me for my fila slippers.
Yeah.
On the visit on C-74. I wasn't giving my shit up.
That's crazy.
We had to get at it.
See, a Brooklyn nigga, see? Grimy Brooklyn nigga.
Now, them Brooklyn niggas, I'm going to tell you something. I love my Brooklyn niggas because one thing I'm going to say about them, they consistent.
Yeah.
They show you that this shit, you got to stay on point at all times. So while I love and I'm always rep Queens, I learned a lot of shit from my Brooklyn niggas, man.
Did you know about the A-Team?
Of course I knew about the A-Team. Everybody knew about the A-Team.
Yeah, I heard about it.
A-Team was one of the strongest forces coming out of Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And I got a chance to rock with one of the OGs.
Yeah.
Ivan, OG, appreciate you for the tutelage you gave me. A lot of people took me under the wing and taught me. I was a student.
Yeah, we back. So how was it like after the island? Where you go?
I went up north. I was on the island for about close to 2 years, and then I went to Coxsackie. But we call it the cat. Y'all know it as Coxsackie Correctional Facility.
Yeah. Was you around for like the blood movement, Crip movement, and all that shit?
Yeah, I was around, but when I went to jail, it wasn't no gangs. It was the guards, the Muslims, the Latin Kings, and the Nietas. Man, it wasn't no Bloods and Crips. It wasn't none of that when I went to jail in 90.
Oh yeah, that shit started like what, 93, I think. 93.
Nah, Bloods came up north and after 95. I was there. I was in prison
90.
from 1990 to 2005.
Damn, nigga.
So all these dates, I be watching these podcasts and all these dates these dudes be giving up. A lot of that is fictitious, or they getting the dates wrong. The blood movement up north went crazy after 94.
Yeah.
After 94 and 95.
It was still growing, you know. It had to blossom or something. Had to blossom.
And not to take nothing away from it, because they had a wave, but it wasn't like now. It was a movement. The Bloods got together up north because the Latins, I'm sorry to say this, the Latins stood together strong.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of movement. Blacks stood up, and one of the OGs formulated something, and everybody ran with it. But I can't really speak into that because I'm not Blood nor Crip. But I watched it develop, and a lot of my homies turned Blood, and this was the movement they was reckoning with. But I was going back and forth to Southport, so I was just like a nomad.
But you seen a lot of like little incidents and stuff. Like, was it like comedy for you, like entertainment? Or
nah, that shit wasn't comedy, man. I seen bloodshed, man.
And they shit split.
Let me get it. Let's keep this 100, man. The Bloods wasn't nothing to fuck with up north. They was going at the police like our thing was resistance.
Yeah.
I go against the police. I don't want to beef with my own kind. My beef was with the police. And my first experience with the Bloods, they was going at these cops. They was going at them COs. They was giving them the business. They wouldn't just blow what they called back then. I don't know if that lingo still exists for, but they was calling Spanish brothers E-Rickets.
Yeah, E-Rickets.
So it was like, yo, it's going down. straight up like that, and they was getting at the police. So, but I was in the box going back and forth to Southport, and I was hearing the stories. They shut it down, man.
All right. So we back. You said the E-Rickers had it. Then the Bloods came, smashing them. You know, sorry for the Spanish homies, but you know
That's a fact.
know how that should go. All right. So I want to get into. I don't know if you want to answer this, but what was the scariest part of being in jail or being up north? Because Rikers Island, whatever, but being up north, what was the scariest part of being up north?
Be honest with you, I ain't want to die, man.
Damn. That's tough.
I ain't want to die. That was the most scariest experience of my life. Every moment was scary, especially when I went up north. Because on the island, everything was cut.
Yeah.
But when you went up north, man, you
Get them
start seeing them
definitely.
knives.
Yeah.
Then you had to worry about them booty bandits. My biggest fear was getting raped, man. Like you heard a lot of shit, man. My biggest fear was getting raped, so I put in my head, nah, man, fuck that shit.
Yeah. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
All right. So first day, got into that. So we're gonna speed it up a little bit. I don't know if you want to still talk about it some more. We could if you want to.
Nah, man, I'm an open book, man. I don't hide nothing because everything I stand on is stand on integrity and business, and I got paperwork, man.
Yeah, paperwork. All right. So what was your bid? Like what was your sentence?
My sentence was because I didn't go to trial. I knew I did my shit.
Yeah.
I was one of them dudes, rest in peace, Black, where they taught me to stand on integrity. If I did it, you know what? I ain't gonna try to fight these motherfuckers. I did it. They got my guns, they got everything. So I copped out. When I copped out, when you copped out, you gotta say what you did.
Yeah.
So when I copped out, I said, yeah, you know what I mean? I was shot, I was fucked up. I copped out and said I acted alone. So I went up north. I caught a 7.5 to 22.5.
And out of that, you did.
Out of that, I did 15. They CR'd me. I got hit at the board 4 times.
Damn. And how was that, like, going to the board the first time?
I wanted to kill myself.
You thought you was going home.
Yeah. I was going home.
He thought he was going home. He wild boy.
Yeah. My first offense, you know what I mean? Yeah, I caught little bids before that. You know what I mean? I got locked up, but it was misdemeanors, little bullshit here and there, but that was my first bid. So when I got to 7.5 and went to my first board, I kind of knew I was going to get hit, but to get hit,
Yeah. Like,
that shit hurt.
Like, fuck.
Yeah. Then imagine having it done 3 more times.
Yeah, that's tough. All right, so what was the easiest part about being in jail? Up north.
There was no easy part.
Why you say that?
Because there is no easy part to it. I got kidnapped. I'm in a confined environment, whereas a controlled environment, there was no easy part. I had to make it.
You had to make it.
So when you say easy part, it was no easy part. Every day, you didn't know if you was going to be alive the next day. So I just took every day when I woke up. I took it as that.
So what was your hustles like in there? What was you doing? Was you making the hooch? Was you doing numbers?
I was a weed man. I smoked more weed up north than y'all niggas smoked in New York. Everybody that know me from up north, I was a good dude.
Yeah.
My thing was I played poker, I cut hair, and I played chess and shit like that. Don't get me wrong, I robbed a few niggas and all that. I got hit as well too. But my thing was I was hustling. I was to sell bud and play poker.
They said
Worked in the mess hall.
They said niggas that got the bag in jail want to get it off as soon as possible.
Yeah. When you got the bag in jail, I did a few hustles in jail. I really rock with the weed. But at a few times I used to have a couple of shorties bring me the bag, bring me that dope I got with the white boys. I was a hustler. I'm from Queens. We know how to get money. So I didn't want to get the bag and hold on to it. Nah, I got the bag and I had an Italian boy. As soon as I get it, he took everything.
Yeah, get it and get rid of it.
Get rid of it, get the money, send it home, made sure my commissary was fat, and I kept it pushing. Queens had it rough up north. Don't let none of these niggas front on you.
Oh man, don't do that to Queens.
Hold on. I ain't doing it to Queens. I'm telling you this.
Don't do that.
No, you got to hear this because I hear a lot of these interviews and I hear a lot of people make these statements.
Like
I want to say this about Queens. Queens was never no suckers up top.
Yeah.
When you hear of a name from Queens, that Queens stood on business because we had to prove ourselves.
Yeah.
Every borough came at us. So if you was doing anything in Queens, you had to really be about it. You had to
Nigga.
really be about it. So it was rough for Queens, man. Brooklyn had up north in jail on Smash. Don't get it twisted. You had the real Queens OGs, and we stood strong. But we was outnumbered, man. God damn.
I bet, because fucking Queens niggas, man, we ain't going to jail, man.
Nah, Queens niggas was hustlers. We was known
Niggas ain't
as,
going to
when
jail.
you seen Queens niggas go up north, they always say this. Queens niggas, y'all pretty boy niggas, y'all niggas stay fly.
Yeah, for sure.
But,
money.
you know, Queens
Queens
was
get the
quiet.
money.
We didn't talk about our business. We just handled it.
Yeah, secret assassins.
Yeah.
Silent assassins. All right, where I was at, I said the easiest day. You said wasn't no easiest days. Shit, was you shit, I can't even ask you that question.
You can ask me
Nah, I
anything,
can't ask you
man.
that question, man. I don't want to get you in trouble.
You can't get me in trouble. You can ask me anything.
So you was up there, man. Was you up there get some snatch, man?
Some pussy?
Yeah.
I fucked a couple of COs and I fucked my teacher. She, yo, like I said, I'm from Queens. Like, don't get it fucked up. It won't get me in trouble. That was life, man. You
Yeah.
couldn't, there was no curls up north. I was 17 years old, 18 years old. I was getting money. COs is just like regular people, man.
They are regular people.
They ain't no motherfucking high powered or whatever. As long as my thing was, if I found my thing is I love women.
Yeah.
So my thing was, if I get you to laugh, I'm gonna kiki you right out of that shit.
Yeah.
And them guards was like that. So I caught a couple of guards. 2. I ain't gonna act like I was all that. I caught 2 guards and my school teacher. I was getting it from her until niggas hated on me and snitched on me and got me transferred out the joint.
Got you out of there. Niggas hate it.
Yeah.
Once niggas see it, it's time to go.
Yeah, and I had shorties for the visits. I had a couple people that rode with me on the visits, and a lot of things can go down on these visits. Niggas that's watching that been up north, they'll tell you about it. So
Give me something that happened on the visit. Like,
I used to, yeah, I mean,
give me one thing.
what you mean? We was fucking.
Oh, you fucking. I thought you was talking about just, anything happening on the visit. Like,
Nah,
just-
visits was it.
niggas
When
bringing
coming
pack in.
females, you know, you had your visits, you had your festivals. That's where you'll get your shit off and all that. But like I said, man, it wasn't, pussy was the last thing on nigga mind. But it was there.
All right, so what's the easiest jail you been in before you came home?
The easiest jail for me before I came home was pretty much all, because once I came from Southport, I went to Clinton. And then when I started going to mediums,
Yeah,
I felt like I was home. Alter Kill.
yeah.
Alter Kill was, I felt like I came home.
It was easy in there.
It was not so much it was easy, but I've been up north already for over 10 years. So when you up north, you got a name. And you can't hide from who you are. Every jail you go to, somebody gonna know you. So if you did a nigga dirty, if you was a sucker, and whatever, that shit follow you. You can't just go to another jail and it disappeared.
And
No.
do it and be somebody new.
You can't do that. You can't switch up. So that was the best for me when I started going to those mediums. But the best jail that I was in that taught me the most and I learned the most was Clinton.
Clinton.
Yeah.
They had like Tupac in that shit, right?
I was there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Tupac was in
I
there.
never got to touch him or see him or nothing. He came to the yard one time. They put his ass in APPU, and then I went to Governor Box.
Shit, why you go to the box?
Because they just packed up. They packed up a lot of us, and they tried to send us. They sent us to the box because I got into some shit over there, and I went to the box from there. I went to Governor Box from Clinton.
You sound like a box monster.
Out of 15 years, I can say I did around 5.5 in the box.
Damn.
And it wasn't because I was a gangster, because anybody that know me, they know I was a good dude. But my beef, I never had singular beef. My beef always came from, I don't like bullies.
Yeah,
So I like to bully the bully.
yeah.
These niggas wanted to rob a nigga that mom bringing him a package and all that. And yo, she bust her ass to bring this man a package and you want to rob him, but these niggas sitting over here, these hustling niggas sitting over here with 15 lockers, right? You don't rob them.
Yeah.
So I used to bully the bullies. Like if you took advantage of anybody, when I got the opportunity to take advantage of you, I got it. I got you. But I was all around good dude. Like I said, I had some good people that put me under the wing and taught me. They taught me how to bid.
All right, so we're gonna speed it up a little bit. We had a little fun talking about jail. So when you made the board and you had a release
I
date,
never made the board.
you maxed out. So when you knew your day was coming, how did you feel?
I was ready.
You was ready.
As soon as they told me, I found out that I got a date. I was ready. I prepared myself. I didn't waste my time up north. I put my time. I'm very strategic and I play chess, so I always think 5 moves ahead. My first 5 years up north, I was a savage.
Yeah.
My second, my going into the 5 to the 10 years, I was learning. I learned what it meant to be real, what to stand on honor. My last 5, I educated myself so that when I learned from everybody's mistakes. I was that guy that I asked everybody that was coming back, yo, why you came back? What happened? Why you got hit at I learned from other people's mistakes. So everything they told me, it was always the same thing. It's all the same thing.
What was that?
A bitch,
See? Female.
curfew, a bitch, a curfew, and catching another bid.
Damn.
That was everything that they said. So I'm like, how do I not do that? So I did something when I came home that I think everybody should do. I followed the fucking rules. They gave you a green sheet. So my thing was, I'm going to stress my PO out.
Yeah.
I'm going to stress them out. So every time it says on your green sheet, all police contact must be reported. I used to go to the train, buy a Metro card. That's a cop. And they got a badge. I would call my PO. Yo, I just had police contact. Yo, Wells, what happened? Or I just bought a Metro card. Yo, what the fuck you calling me for? Nigga, fuck what you talking about. My green sheet say all police contact. I need to contact you. When they came to my house, I didn't treat them like assholes.
Yeah.
Yo, come in. Come on. This is how I'm living.
Yeah.
First, I stayed with my mom's for about 6 months. So they was coming to my mom's crib.
Yeah.
Then I got my own spot. Mom Duke said, you got to be a man. Get up out of here.
Yeah.
So I got up out of here. I got my own spot. And when they came to see me, I was inside on my curfew. I ain't break my curfew. I was in the house. So every time they came, I was prepared and I was working. I didn't want to go back to jail, bro. So I did what I needed to do for me. Is a lonely road. And I removed myself from everything. And just to be real honorable with it, I did my bit alone.
Yeah.
My mom's held me down. My mom's, my nephew, my sister held me down. I had a couple of shorties that rocked out with me, but everybody else left me for dead, and I'm not mad at them because they ain't owe me nothing. So my mom said when I came home, I ain't try to chase them dreams. I ain't give a fuck about what nobody was doing. I came home and got straight to business. It's lonely, but I did it.
Yeah, that's respect, man. That's respect. All right. So we got that. So now you home. What's your plan? What was your plan?
I had to find something that I loved more than me because I wanted to go straight back to the game.
Yeah.
Because I was good at it and I love it. I love the thrill. But I needed to find something I love more than me. And I got blessed, man. I found my wife, man.
Shout
my
out
wife,
to
Christina. I love you, man. She saved my life.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Shorty.
I told her I met her on December 26th. I got locked up December 26th. Met her on December 26th. We've been together ever since.
Damn.
I told her exactly. I just came home from doing 15. This is where I'm going. This is what I'm trying to do. You with me or against me? She said, yo, Pop, I'm with you. She had her own place. She had everything, but I refused to go stay with her. I got on my grind. She helped me. She helped me open up a door that I knew I couldn't open. And her and my daughter, Kiana, they gave me reason to live.
Yeah. All right. So that's kind of like a blueprint for y'all dudes. Well, if y'all locked up watching this, because I know my thing be hitting the jails too. But if y'all see this, man, that's the blueprint, man. Come home, get a solid shorty. You know what I'm saying? Get your mind right, man, and get rid of all the bad baggage you got, because that shit will slow you up, man. All right. So met wifey. What happens next?
I told her the plan. Like, I knew from being gone 15 years, you can say everything that you want and try to go attack it, but it's certain doors that you can't open. So I was really serious about trying to get my life together. So I told my wife, this is what I'm trying to do. Point me in a direction. So I walked in the welfare building one time because they made me. I went in there and they made me feel like shit.
Mm-hmm.
And let me just give you a disclaimer. Like, I was still, when I came home, I had to do dirt. I had to do bad in order to do good.
Yep.
Because I needed some bread.
Yep.
So, but all that time I was doing it with a purpose. I got money. I went to school to get my KSAT. My wife, Christina, would call me, yo, I was on Craigslist. They got a job over here. I would get up and go.
It's fire. It's fire.
It wasn't no ifs, ands, and buts.
It's fire.
I would get up and go. And I got the job.
It's fire.
I cleaned toilets. I did whatever the fuck I could to get a legal job. And it worked out for me. And I didn't want to lose my wife or my daughters.
Mm-hmm.
So once I started having kids, and that gave me even more. And my wife was my number one supporter because people gave up. My mom, my sister, they pushed me, yo, you can do better, you can do better. But what really made me change my life around and not fuck around was my nephew.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to nephew.
Yeah, he was an animal. He was looking, he did bids with me.
Yeah.
So if I did the bullshit, I would condone what he was dealing with. So I needed to set an example, and I put my guns down, and I just focused on my future.
All right. So you say you had your KSAC?
Yeah.
Can we get into what that is? Yeah.
I went to school to go get my KSAT because I knew as being a felon, I had to find a way to get a job. So for all my brothers coming home, I tell y'all this, it's easy for everybody to say, go get a job when you come home, but they don't teach you that.
Yeah.
The books they give you when you come out, them shits is outdated because I went to all those programs. So what I tell you is you got to find a way to start working and do something where your felony helps you. Me, my felony helped me, and I had an addiction to weed. I'm a pothead. You see, I got my shit right here with me. Mm-hmm. That's why I stopped the interview. So I became a KSAT.
Yeah.
And the reason I became a KSAT because I wanted to learn how to be the dirty urine. So I became a KSAT, but I got to talk to my people, and my felony and my experience, my life experience helped me. And that catapulted me into being a clinician. So I'm a program director for a mental health men's shelter. I tapped in a lot with mental health and dealing with brothers coming home from parole and teaching them how to stay free. That's what my life goal is right now. And that's what I do.
Yeah, stay free, stay out the jails. All right, so on a day-to-day basis, do you like mentor anybody like at work or in the shelter or,
Yeah, I do a lot of mentoring. I make a lot of brothers tap into their mental health because in our community, the black community, is a shame. It's shameful when you say you have mental health. I suffer from mental health. Mm-hmm. I dealt with the depression. I went through that process. It was times when I was up north that I wanted to end it all because that mental health is different. I have post-traumatic stress syndrome. It's nice that I wake up out my sleep, man, and I'm thinking I'm back up north. But because I'm I'm an alpha male, you can't express that to anybody. So I go to therapy.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, that's the best thing that I ever did because I got an opportunity to let this shit out and teach more people. So yes, I do mentor. A lot of the brothers that's in the shelter, they coming from up north. They see me and I speak a different language.
Yeah.
I'm not that shirt and tie. So when they touch my facility, they're like, yo, bro, you've been through some shit. Because anybody that been through some shit, we speak a different language than a person that got a master's degree. And I want to tell all y'all this. Don't let nobody tell you you can't make it. I'm a program director and I started with a GED. Right. I ain't got no master's degree. I ain't got none of that. I started from the ground. Right. I was the garbage man. Right. What I did is I put that fucking work in. Everybody that knew something more than me, I asked them to teach me. Right. I put the work in. And now I'm a program director. Tatted up, gauges in my ear, and them people got to respect me because I can do something that they can't. My people believe me. I speak that language, so you can do it.
Yeah, man, that's definitely good, man. I'm glad we got to the mental health part. I'm glad we got to all the positivity because there's always a brighter side, man. And I always try to make a joke out of everything, even though it should be serious, but there's always a brighter side of everything, especially when we really don't see it. Sometimes you just got to go through it, get to it, you know what I'm saying? And you're definitely a living, I wouldn't say experience or just witnessed, like, you know what I'm saying? You went from 15 years in jail to coming home and just changing your whole lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely advice. That's definitely something that people that could look into, because I know motherfuckers come home from jail and just be stuck. Like, damn, what the fuck? I know mad motherfuckers go back to jail. I don't know what it's called when you do that. Like,
It's called the recidivism
yeah,
rate.
yeah,
The reason that a lot of brothers return back to the facilities because they don't prepare themselves to come out, and these doors are closed. There's nobody out here to guide
yeah,
people that's coming home. Those programs is long gone.
yeah.
So what I do in my facilities, I teach people how to come home. I teach them how to get on their feet and what they need to do. But the main thing is I tap into them skills that they got when they was in jail. I tell people are quickly to tell you, yo, forget all that you've been through. I tell them, if anybody tell you that, walk away from them. How the fuck can you forget the most traumatic time of your life?
Word.
I say, if you survived it, you don't realize you already won. So you really got to talk to people and trick their brain.
Word.
If you in a hustle, I teach you, you got marketable skills. One thing I know that you got is patience and discipline because you made it home.
Word.
That's a lonely road. I'm telling everybody, if you did a bid and you came home, if you want to make it and survive, you got to have discipline, and it's lonely. You can't be a social butterfly. You can't want to catch up with the Joneses. I don't care what nobody else doing. And I'm not no hater. If you can teach me something, I'm willing to learn it. So I just say tap into your discipline and want to learn, and don't act like nobody owe you something. That's where you fuck up, when you feel like somebody owe you something. But the biggest mistake a lot of brothers make, if they said fuck you while you was doing the bid, say fuck them now.
Word.
I got family that I love my family, but I also keep a distance. Don't come to me now that I'm doing good because I needed you when I was doing bad.
Word.
And if you wasn't there, I don't blame you, but that made me a stronger man. So now when I'm living my life, I don't forget what was done to me.
All right.
Because that's how you fuck up.
That's how you fuck up. Especially, I'm not even gonna touch on that, but came through today. We finally got it in. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we have more to it. You know, we gave the listeners, the viewers, a brief story, of your little life. And I'm pretty sure we could tap into mad stuff, but, gave a little insight to what's going on, what you've been through, what you're doing now. You went from a negative to a positive to a super positive. You know what I'm saying? You went from robbing motherfuckers to fucking directing motherfuckers to do the right thing. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I got mad love for you, mad respect for you. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? You always good in my books. You know that. So anything you want to say before we close it out?
Yeah, I want to say one thing to everybody. Please understand one thing. I don't glorify street shit, but I don't run from it neither. I got the opportunity to live my dream. I ran these streets of Queens crazy. And what I want to tell everybody, you can be whatever you want to be. Now I'm full circle. I run a program for mental health clients, one of the biggest in Queens, in my neighborhood. So I got a lot more stuff coming. I'm going to start my own podcast where I'm talking to brothers that have been up north, and we can call in, tap in, and answer some of these questions that you can't answer. I want to say, everybody, if you please tap into the mental health. Don't run around here thinking that whatever you experiencing is foreign. I advise all my young black kings, queens, please, if go see somebody, have therapy sessions, find a support system. And the grind is not to be glorified. It's for you to understand and move forward. So I teach everybody positivity. And if you ever need anything and you need somebody to talk to, I got my Instagram, it's Skates420. I'm about to open up my YouTube page, and I'm about to do a call-in show where we can tap in with mental health. So if anybody want to talk about mental health, I want to create a panel where we can actually sit and talk to our people, let them call in and answer these questions. To all my brothers up north, please salute. Stay strong and study. When you get out here, make it mean something. So that's the only thing I got to say. And thank you for having me, because
no doubt.
This is number one. So it might look choppy, but this is number one. There's more for me to come.
This is a good one.
Yeah, I appreciate everything, man.
This is
You
cool.
rock, man.
All right, man. We
Welcome
got
to
it.
the club.
Welcome to the club, man. Got a new member today. Skates. You know what I'm saying? Skates 420. Hit him on his socials. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely work with him. Yeah, man. We here, man. You know where I'm at. Welcome to the club, __. You know, all the socials, YouTube, TikTok, it's all the same thing. All right, man. So we go.